All right, welcome back to Getting Sober, again. My name is Jay, and today is officially the beginning of Sober October. But first, if you care about your own sobriety journey as much as we do, we have hundreds of videos on the topics of sobriety and self-improvement, so make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. All right, let's get started. So it's officially the beginning of Sober October, and I want to say congratulations to all of you that are doing your very first Sober October. And if that's you, I want you to pause the video right now and comment down below and say, this is my first Sober October. And of course, if it's not your first Sober October, also say, it's my second Sober October, or my third Sober October, or my 40th Sober October, whatever the case may be. I always want you to be proud of your sobriety journey, even if you're just 2 days sober, or if you're 2 weeks sober, or 2 months sober, or 2 years sober. Say it loud and say it proud, because this decision, whether or not it's your first Sober October, I know exactly what it feels like. We all know exactly how you feel like. We know what it feels like to have all that anxiety of knowing like, hey, I'm drinking way too much. I'm drinking every day. I'm spending a ton of money, a ton of energy. I'm wasting every single night being wasted. I'm wasting every single morning being hungover. I'm inconsistent. I'm unreliable. The people in my life don't trust me. My family, bless their heart, I'm sure that they want to say something, but they don't say anything. And I know that it's up to me to make this decision. If you finally come to this point in your life where you've made this decision, even as just treating it like a month-long cleanse, like we talked about in our last video, which was 10 ways to prepare for Sober October. We talked about the simple mindset of not feeling like you have to be married to sobriety. I know that not everybody's gonna make it through the rest of the month, just like not everybody's gonna make it through the rest of the year, but what you are going to do is you are going to practice. And that's what we always talk about, the fact that practice makes progress. You will be making progress. Even if you only make it 3 or 4 days, you will have gotten practice being 3 or 4 days sober, because for some people, that's as far as they ever get. Some people never even get 1 day sober or 2 days sober or 3 days sober, at least in their drinking adulthood, right? But I don't think that I'm going off on a limb here by saying that most of us learn how to drink in a very toxic way. We learn to drink when we're young from other young people that are doing it recklessly and irresponsibly. We learn it from our friends, from our family members. We're surrounded by it at holidays and social gatherings. We learn from our parents and from their parents, from our aunts and uncles, and at Christmas, at Thanksgiving. The list goes on and on. There's no shortage of reasons to drink. We do it when we're watching the game. We do it when we get home from work. We sometimes do it on the way home from work, right? And that brings me back to the point is we learn how to do toxic things in very toxic ways. So this can be your opportunity with the month of October, with it being so popularized, and now more than ever, more people consciously making the effort to stop drinking for at least 1 month outside of New Year's resolution and maybe Lent, right? So Sober October, Lent, and New Year's resolutions are the 3 times a year. Maybe comment down below if I'm forgetting one, where people consciously make this effort to stop drinking, right? You know your body needs a break. Your poor liver knows that you need a break. Your pancreas knows that you need a break. Your kidneys know that you need a break. Your poor gut health and your microbiome knows that you need a break. And maybe you'll do some other healthy habits along with your sobriety, because we always like to say that neurons that fire together also, they wire together. So maybe if we stop drinking and then we start exercising, your brain goes, oh, 2 new things have popped up in our brain. We're gonna just pair those 2 things together. How about you 2 things be buddies? How about, and then you say like, well, I'm gonna start eating healthier too. And then you're just like, well, let's keep the party going. Let's pair these 3 things together. These neurons that have fired together are now wiring together. Does that make sense? So it's a good opportunity for if you're just doing Sober October, and if all you do is 1 month sober, maybe you'll start the annual tradition of every Sober October. And is 1 month out of all 12 months better than no month out of all 12 months? Yeah, but I guarantee that some of you are absolutely gonna fall in love with this new you. You're gonna fall in love with having more self-confidence and more self-esteem. You're gonna fall in love with the fact that now I have more energy in the morning. You're gonna fall in love with the fact that you're sleeping better at night. And then by consequence, you're gonna have more energy throughout the day. And some of your depression is just gonna magically go away because all I had to do was get a good night of rest fast a couple of nights in a row and all of a sudden I feel like a brand new person, right? You're gonna see your anxiety levels go down. You're gonna start to feel and experience less inflammation, less aches and pains. Maybe you had some joint pains. I'm not saying that sobriety is a magic cure-all, but when we stop poisoning ourselves on a daily basis, it gives your body the opportunity to start healing. And when we start pairing sobriety together with things like exercise and eating better, less junk food, less sweets, beware of that one too, by the way, less sweets. We made a video called cross addictions or addiction jumping after getting sober, because what's gonna happen is if you're like all of us that tend to drink too much and too often, what happens is you've given the power over to alcohol, right? Alcohol was the gateway to dopamine release. And every day, if you had a rough day at work, it didn't matter because you could still run by the liquor store or run by the bar or crack open that bottle of vodka that you got sitting in the freezer or that 12-pack sitting in your fridge, whatever it was, you weren't gonna care after a couple more drinks. And I know because that's the habit of this loop that we get ourselves stuck in with daily intoxication. So we wanna break that chain, we wanna break that cycle. And again, I know that not everybody's gonna make it through the entire month of October, but what if you have 25 days out of the 31 days sober? Is it an accomplishment for you? That certainly is an accomplishment. And again, it will be practice. Once you start practicing, you will have it under your belt. And then maybe you want to try Thanksgiving sober, maybe not. And maybe you want to try the Christmas season sober, maybe not. I get it. But maybe you'll actually try the New Year's resolutions and you'll say like, well, I just did it for 25 days out of 31 days in October. That was just a couple of months ago. And I did actually get better sleep and I felt I had more energy and I had surprisingly less anxiety. And you know what, my heart palpitations kind of went away and that pain in my side went away. I wonder if there's something to this. And I know I don't want to go to the doctor and find out that all the reasons that I feel bad and I'm having these aches and pains and this inflammation and I'm spending a little bit too much time on the toilet or hungover or grouchy or grumpy in this brain fog, that it was all my fault. So maybe what I could do is I can try getting sober ... again in the month of January. So you see how one positive decision leads to another positive decision, just like one bad decision leads to another bad decision. So we're practicing stacking together all of these positive decisions and then feeling like we're starting to take our life back and start to make those improvements mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, maybe creatively, maybe intellectually, maybe romantically, right? Because if we don't have our basic needs met, we don't really have time for creative thinking. If we don't have our basic needs met, we don't have time for maybe romance. If we don't have our basic needs met, we don't have time to really challenge our brain if we're challenging just to keep our heads above water, so to speak. So I know that I was a victim of this self-imposed debauchery. I know that I made myself a victim of this circumstance that I put myself into. And I know that you probably relate to that too, because you're tired of wasting your evenings getting wasted, or that you're tired of wasting your mornings being hungover. And I want you to make sure that you're checking in often when you're watching our videos. I always like to tell people a video a day keeps the cravings away. And it's true, because whenever you feel like, I don't know what to do, I just had a lot of stress and my normal reaction to stress was to drink, well, guess what? You can come back to our channel on YouTube, Getting Sober ... again, write it down if you haven't, and you can find one of our videos. There's over 800 videos as of the recording of this video. You can even go back to previous years and watch the Sober October videos. Some of them are in color, some of them are in black and white, but it's still the same me, but now I'm just a little bit older, right? So we have plenty of topics out there. If you're not sure how to prepare for sobriety, maybe this is actually your first rodeo, right? Maybe you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Maybe you're just tired of looking in the mirror and not liking who's looking back at you. We have a video called 10 Proven Ways to Prepare for Sobriety, right? We have all kinds of benefits. We talk about the health benefits of sobriety, about short-term benefits, about mid-term benefits and long-term benefits. You can go back and watch my very first videos if you want to watch some very cringeworthy videos, in my opinion, but a lot of people dig the older videos because they go back and see like, wow, these are from 5 years ago. He seems to be a completely different person than I was. Like all my entire tactic wasn't much different than today's video where I just came and sat down and pressed the record button, started talking at the camera, but I didn't have much structure. I kind of didn't really know what I was going to talk about. It was just one take straight through. This video isn't exactly as pure as it maybe seems. I've been trying to record this video for like 2 hours now. And this is probably like my 20th attempt at delivering this humble and inspiring and motivating message, just to let you know, like, hey, I'm here with you. We're all here with you. Don't forget to participate in the comment section down below. Don't forget to watch our previous videos. And also too, like, I don't particularly need you to send me a message, but there are a ton of people in the comment section that are looking for other people to support them and other people to let them know that they're not alone and that their journey is emulated in the footsteps and the path that you've also maybe taken in life. But wherever you're from and from whatever walk of life that you're at, we all have this one thing in common where we know that our life is out of balance with alcohol. We know that we feel like we're just a little bit out of control and we want to take back that control. We want to feel better. We want to have more energy. We want to feel like there's going to be a future, not just because we wake up tomorrow, but because it's something that we actually have control of and that we are actively working at designing. I know that you want to look forward to waking up tomorrow, and I know that you want to lay your head down tonight and feel like you've earned your sleep. So don't forget to incorporate those new healthy habits along with sobriety. I know that sobriety is one of the biggest things that we can all do, but make sure that you're keeping yourself busy. Use your whole body. Make sure that you're cleaning out the garage or cleaning out and reorganizing your cupboards, rearranging your wardrobe, whatever it is that you have to do. I'm sure you're behind on laundry, on dishes, and I know you're saying, like, these just sound like boring chores, but the point is, idle hands are the devil's playground. We know that when we're sitting there scrolling through social media, just flipping through, just looking for more bad news, more breaking news, the elections and how many more days, it'll drive us nuts. It'll drive us to anxiety. It'll drive us to fear. It'll drive us to wanting to have another drink. And we don't want to be checking out of our Sober October journey any sooner than we have to. So tell us where you're at in your sobriety journey. Did you get that head start like we mentioned in our 10 tips for preparing for Sober October? When did you get your head start for Sober October? Did you start a couple of months ago? Did you just start last week? Did you start 16 minutes ago? Comment in the comment section down below. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to show your support for everybody here in this sobriety community by giving this video a thumbs up. But if you're looking for the playlist for the most recent videos, I'll put the link in the top corner of the screen. And with that, I want to wish you good luck on your Sober October journey, and I will see you in the next video.
If you want to see another one of our videos, click here.